everybody. Welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. The Bamcast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boomjar Physics, as always, for the intro song. Thank you, Prismatic Verse, for the intro sequence, which you guys would have seen if, you're watching.
If you're watching the videos.
Be nice watching the videos. Thank you guys for listening. Quick reminder, the podcast is available on all podcasting platforms. So everywhere you get podcasts. Everywhere you get podcasts, except for Stitcher. Everywhere you get podcasts, you can find the Bamcast. So go subscribe at your favorite place. And for the videos, subscribe on YouTube. Thank you, California Apparel, for the support. Use promo code BAM20. You get 20% off anything you guys have ordered. Shout out to Straw House JA. Plastic straws kill turtles, and paper straws suck. Straw House JA. The way. Right, guys? Here with us tonight or whenever you're listening, is the faithful co-host Bobby B.
Wipery.
And there is no guest. It's a Bob and Bam episode, guys. Mostly
BBC.
because I just BBC part 2. Mostly because I've just recovered. I was mashed up for a week. I shelled out for a week. I was sick. I was falling apart, essentially. But I'm back. And the party's back. Hope you guys didn't miss us too much. So what's good, man? What's good? Damn. Yo, I hope people watch so they can see the color of your
of my mic cover.
Yeah, your pop filter.
Yeah.
Of all the colors that we had, trust Bob to be like, yo, give me the pink one.
It's me.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, remember when we used to play Halo and we had the pink controller?
Back in the dizzy.
Bro, we had the pink controller and that pink.
And how we'd have to fight over the pink controller.
I was about to say, there was a war every time for the pink controller.
Yeah, because that one shoot better.
What do you mean?
Somehow, some way, the pink one shoot better. So I know the pink mic record better.
Is that the pre?
Yes.
So what's up, folks? I hope you guys have had a way better week than I have had health-wise. You never really are thankful for health till you're sick. And then when you're sick, you're like, dog, what is this? So what you say, you're not thankful for health any at all, even when you're not sick?
No, I am. That's like the one thing you need in life.
Without health, you have no wealth or some shit like that?
I don't know, dog. Health is wealth, is what them say. But basically, you can't enjoy nothing else in life if you're not healthy. So
big facts.
It's the most important thing.
And by enjoy anything in life, we even mean like breathe. Dog, I hate a stuffy nose, I know this
permanently stuffed.
I know this is like,
in the nose.
Tiny stuff we're bitching about, but
so,
bruh, nothing annoying like when you wake up in the morning and your lip them dry. Cause you have to be breathing through your mouth, cause you can't breathe through your nose.
Dog, I remember one time as a kid, I don't know what was wrong with me, but like the mucus in my nose would just not stop. And it would just...
What, running out?
Yeah, but then it would like, as it hit the air, it start harden. So I'd wake up in the morning with just like...
the wickedest boogie?
Just like a shield on my nose. Like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me at that point. Yeah.
Ew. Why does stuff have to leak out also when we're sick?
I guess you forget where they're bad. I mean, remember back in the day, man, used to do bloodletting, brother.
Yeah, because
man, your body consisted... sick, man, take some of the blood.
Your body consisted of
four humans.
5 or 4?
4 humans.
4 humans. And if
blood,
you're sick...
water, air, and bile.
And if you're sick, it means you had an imbalance on one of them.
Yep.
So, yeah, fuck you mean? Your head hurts. Your head hurts you get some leeches.
I mean, barbers were surgeons. That's where if you guys never know that the striped pole outside of a barber shop, the red, it used to originally just be red and white, and it would represent the bandage and the blood, because barbers were also surgeons. And I don't know why they added the blue, but yeah, I kind of finish the reading on that shit. But yeah,
what?
Yeah, they used to barber surgeons.
Barber surgeons.
You have the Googles.
I'm not gonna do it mid-pod.
There
but
you
I guess
go.
That's something I'll do after. Well, the more you know.
I'll fucking do it.
This is where you come in. Yo, you know what's fun now, guys? We have stuff we're working on, so great stuff coming. But I can officially look at Bob now and go, you're not just the talent anymore, sir.
They did bloodletting, cupping, and pulling teeth. They would
Barber?
also bathe, cut hair, shave, or trim facial hair, and give enemas.
So basically, the barber was just like the link.
He was the fixer, yeah, the barber surgeon.
He's what you used to do at Baby Bop. What you call it?
Fireman.
Being a fireman.
He put out fires, Yeah. But no, that was me. The barber surgeon fixed everything.
Litter on people.
Yeah.
So, Yo, I heard a random fact the other day, since we're currently on old world stuff. They used to bring women, doctors.
Here it is. It says, surgery was seldom conducted by physicians, but instead by barbers who already had razors and the coordination indispensable to their trade. So they went from cutting hair to amputating limbs.
With no morphine, no drugs.
No, you drink some liquor.
You drink some liquor and bite down on a belt.
Bite down on some leather and you're good to gizzle.
And the man them just take a saw and just With that weird fact I was saying was, back in the day, doctors used to bring women to orgasm to treat hysteria.
Yeah, that's why the first vibrator was a medical instrument. It was huge. It plugged into the wall like mains electricity. It looked like a space ray gun, like with the thing sticking out and the knob on the end, and the big thing with the trigger. Yeah,
Fam, is the way the man said it did huge.
It was huge.
So what? How did they come up with that? That's how you treat.
Man, I tell you something. The patriarchy is horrible for what it is, but the motherfuckers built that shit proper for what they wanted it to do.
Okay.
The man them was just like, alright, the woman them, we can't bother fuck them properly. So basically, that they're hysterical because they're not orgasming. Like them uptight and them
have energy build
vex
up.
And the Isle ride them. So and because the sex of the day, the man them did prefer to fuck each other than the woman them.
What?
Yeah. Through most of European history.
Right.
Pederasty.
Men and their young wards.
Right. So when you fuck a woman, it's just a breeder. So you knock 2 times and shoot the club up and you're done. You go back to go fuck your little boy.
Doc, what the fuck?
I'm not condoning them. I'm telling you what's happened. You can do the Googles for yourself if you don't believe the youth.
No, I know it's true. It's just
not
like
you, the listeners.
The listeners is just like, dog, what the hell? But yeah.
So basically the woman go to the doctor and doctors are like, all right. They used to use the hands. They used to rub one out for them. Genuinely, they used to just finger women as like medical procedure.
So why do women just never like?
But then the hand started cramping.
Learn to play the violin.
I'm assuming it wasn't socially acceptable.
To play your violin?
Remember, it's self-rape.
But if
the church, my boy.
Dog, if you're in your house,
the church,
in your room, alone, there's no church around.
The church. No, but the church. Remember, church was state, and everything in your life revolved around the church in European, like, them time though.
I know, dog.
And this is, alright, to be fair, this is like America, and this is not that long ago. This is probably 1800s, late 1800s. Victorian times. They physicians used to do them with them hand, but then them hand get tired because so much women were coming for it.
My name was just there playing the guitar.
So, yeah.
Just like, Wait, so their hands got tired because so many women were coming for it, so they invented the vibrator.
And used it as a medical instrument to treat hysteria. And then the women were like, bombard is nice, and they just kept going.
Yeah, look it, let's just make some more of these. And then now we have men out here who, well, not men. No, I'm pretty sure you have dudes out there who like get intimidated by women having sex toys.
I mean, if it's bigger than me, not my work.
I wasn't talking dildos. Since we're on vibrators, I meant vibrators.
Oh, that's fine.
Fam, I don't understand why some men find that like intimidating or, no, my girl can't use that dog. Well, me not good enough, brother. You have an ally.
No, dog.
Utilize it. What you talking about?
This is the dildo, right? What are you going to do if that's your dildo? If your dildo is the size of my fucking forearm.
About dildos.
Right? That's not my work. That is.
I wasn't talking about dildos, but I understand the concept. Yeah, if you have a foot-long dildo that you regularly use, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
Sorry, you wasting your time, darling.
So, all right. Fuck, we can't even run this hypothetical. Well, we can run a hypothetical. Sam, though, listen. What if, initially, right, like when you guys had started dating or whatever, you book it up in her room, what do you do then?
What you mean? Why you do this? You use it to defend the house at night? If somebody break in, you beat them with it?
So you'd have to have that talk?
Of course.
I think dudes would be way more accepting of their girls having sex toys than a girl would be of the dude having like a fleshlight.
Yeah, women are mad jealous. Women get mad at you for masturbating. It's my fucking hand. I'm doing it to myself. Like, what? What happened? It's me.
Oh God.
Why are you mad?
Yo,
You can do it as well.
Bro, I've had that conversation before in like a past relationship in a minute where it's like, you still watch porn and masturbate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It nice. It not gonna stop nice because I have you.
Am I not enough? This don't have
Yeah,
nothing to
you
do
are.
with you.
Exactly. You are enough for the role. You play. You don't play the masturbation role.
I do.
I do.
Oh my God, Bob say, yo,
It's my hand.
that was a real good point. Women will get jealous of
You for touching your fucking self. What do I do then? If I can't touch myself, what can I touch?
her, specifically her. Yeah, you said you weren't on Twitter, but
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been on it much this week.
we are gonna just
Busy,
pick up.
busy bee.
Real talk. So since we're already on, dudes and girls and this kind of topic, there has been like a 3-day conversation going on, 2 to 3 day conversation going on the TL about catcalling, and I've come to realize it's three type of men that I can cut, that I am comfortable like saying boom this. You have the man them that understand, small. You have the man them that don't want to understand or give a shit.
The majority.
And you have the man them that understand what you're saying but don't care.
A smaller majority.
And that smaller majority right there is always the older people, dog. And I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
No, but
with age, you should kind of have
the creepy old man them.
brother. There's
Them
this
don't
one.
care. Were you going to beat them?
Bro, there's this one guy who essentially tweeted, "If I can't call to her upon the road, how me I go look, girl?" With him daughter in his display picture. Bad man.
I don't get it. Like my question is always this, right? What is the success rate? What's the rate of return? What's the return on investment? How much does it take to get one woman to give you the front? Genuinely, like, just do your numbers, run your numbers. What is it that drives these men to do this if the success rate is nil? What is the motivating factor? Just them being cunts?
You know what's disgusting too?
I mean, all right. Look at it this way, guys. There's a difference between walking up to someone on the road and saying hi, and going, "Yo, babes, I want to suck off them stiff breasts there."
Or yo, baby, that body the fat, make me live in you. Like, that's complimentary. There's complimentary, there's conversation, and there's trash. And that's trash.
Sure if
it's trash.
We're not this woman under PC, I don't give a fuck, but we're not bashing anybody. But if a gay man came up to you, that
I
straight
always
man,
say that.
and say, "Yo, your body nice, I want to live in there,"
How you would have feel?
How you would have feel?
I always say that because
How you would have feel?
people for some reason, and no, home of the anti-PCs, right, dog? Because we can take it right back to this. Jamaica's a mad homophobic country, so
Mad.
you know that once
Right-wing conservatives.
Once you bring up the concept of, dog, what if a gay person do? And you have to finish the sentence. Bun that, dog. No, that can't go on.
Gay? What that?
That can't go on. So exactly how you see girl upon the road and you go, "Psst, baby, but the fuck they do."
If a man said that to you,
or like slap her on her bottom or something like to invade her space. Suppose a bigger man with, and clearly I'm going to say he can't do nothing, just walk up and slap him on your body. How that would make you feel? Why it's so hard for people to pray that humans are humans?
Because we're not. There's men, women, bitches, knuckles. There's a bunch of categories. I got you, little knuckles.
Yeah, man.
Where this come out of? Jesus Christ.
Oh, you do?
Where this come out of?
Oh, no, that good.
Oh,
that good. And it was, I think it started, this whole conversation started from, they were having, sorry, I don't really get to the source of stuff, that's Bob's thing, but I'm pretty sure this conversation started because they were having, like, some talks on a talk show, and the older Jamaican male, they just kind of start show them real.
Why you call him a male? Male is demeaning.
Sorry, whatever. Fuck you.
Female is demeaning, so is male.
Bro, I don't care either way.
Equality.
The older Jamaican male, like, they show themselves up, dog, in just their antiquated views. Like one guy was saying, girls were talking about, yo, at 14 and at 13, them a go school in school uniform.
And big man up stamp on the
Big
roadside.
man, I push sex talk to them and just violating them space essentially.
Yeah, because
and this brother,
them man, they're just nasty.
and this brother
like
is saying essentially, well, you know, women should know how to dress better so that they can earn the respect of men. And maybe if you would dress, you know, not da da da. And the girl is like, I'm in my school uniform.
What if she must wear her burqa?
What she must wear, like a potato sack?
No, she must wear her
What?
burqa. And then we have a problem.
Fam, she's
with
in
that.
her school uniform going to school. Man, grown hard but man up after her, and you don't see nothing wrong with that.
That man is nasty, brother. There's no other explanation. But I don't know what is the cultural anchor behind the average Jamaican man behaving like this. Like, I genuinely do not get it. What is the attraction to young schoolgirls? Like,
and how does everyone just not like have a problem with it?
All right, you see, I used to pre in high school when like the university man them, I looked like the fourth form of them. Like that weird. You're 14. Why are you talking to this 19-year-old?
Yeah.
But real life, when you pre 5 years, is not a bigger difference. But at that time in your life, a 14-year-old and a 19-year-old want two different things spectrum. Out of this link.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the older one will manipulate the younger one, which maybe that is why them do it, you know, just ease up front, you know. It's easy for trick the young girl with their money or something flashy.
Ease of manipulation. That's why them go for the
young ones,
the young impressionable ones.
I assume. I know that's a working theory.
All right, one theory on the board. Cool.
But that Jesus Christ, go back your fist. How hot? Like, go bite. Go by the front. Leave the little girls alone. Genuinely, like this.
And it's not even about just the little girls, guys.
Leave women alone on a whole, dog. Like,
fam,
the woman them cannot just exist. Like, that's it. Them full stop. Them can't just exist. Like, what is the fuck? Leave them the fuck alone, dog. Like,
and dog, we're not saying.
I hate people.
I hate the concept of how you going to look, girl, then dog. Brother, you can walk up to a person.
You go to work.
Say hello.
Wait, no, you go to work.
Hi, my name is.
You go to work. You interact with people. You meet them outside of the work context. You can talk to them. You can talk to them friends. You go to a bar. Fuck it. Go to church. Enough girl there church. Enough.
Woman can't just walk on the road, go about them life and not have to worry about man groping them, slapping them, stinning them, doing all this nasty shit, dog.
Man, them this nasty, dog.
And then a virgin of mine tweeted a real thing today because he was like, all right, for those of us who know better and are clearly not the ones these women have a problem with, how do we change this culture? And my only thought on this going to fuck up is it have to dead out.
Straight, and it won't.
It won't. As long as man out there feel entitled to a woman,
which is what they've done since the beginning of time.
It never go down.
Outside of those few matriarchal societies that existed across the world, for the most part, the woman has been the man's property. That's why, that's one of my fundamental issues with marriage.
You become someone's property.
It's property exchange. Like, literally, that's why the father gives away the daughter. She's no longer domiciled in his house. She goes to her husband's house, becomes his, takes his name, lives in his place. You pay a bride price.
You pay a bride price?
Yeah. The husband has to pay the bride's family for loss of.
It's what livestock.
Genuinely, that's at marriage, and the father walks down the aisle, hands over the bride to the husband. Boom, he's now the new owner. You put on the ring, seal the contract.
Man said the new owner, Jano.
That's
no, I know. It is what it is, but still, Jano, dog.
Fucker, dog.
Yeah, high key
fuckery.
High key bullshit, dog. And
means a good way to earn extra pay in the military.
You know what pisses me off more than the concept and the man them who actually do the catcalling and just bother woman every day is the man them who defend it. It's the man them who said, well, if the man find it good looking, him no must say something then. But
fine. It's It will still be annoying if you say to the woman, "You're looking nice today." I guarantee you.
If you stop her for a time, you still probably get
If
still
I
get
am
annoyed.
walking on the road and the prettiest woman in the world tries to, like, I'm busy and I'm going somewhere and the prettiest woman in the world come up and say, "You're looking nice today."
It's an inconvenience.
Okay.
It's annoying. I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah. Okay. Are you offering me a job off of my nice looks? I have somewhere to go. Like, and especially in the hot sun in a halfway tree.
I'm not saying that just because you're polite or because you go up to somebody and oh hi that just because you're polite mean that them have to then give you them time. Have to them time.
Fucking least be polite.
No, I mean, no.
I'm sure your father never got your mother by telling her say her front fat and he want to live in there.
And I'm sure you would
want
want to hear.
You probably don't know him.
And I'm sure if you was like partying, say sitting at a table and your mother go to like pay a bill or something, and a man said that to your mother, you would be cool.
Would you be okay?
No.
Would you say, "Bumba, mom, some things say you look nice," or would you be like, "Yo, what the fuck you just said to my mother?"
Yeah, that I think I know which one you do.
If you treat every woman you come across as if she were your mother or sister,
I'm not.
I won't say mother.
I'm not gonna do that because I want to have sex.
No, as in,
but with respect.
Treat them like family.
You don't
as
only
you
respect your family.
Because everybody's
just
your brother and your
respect
sister,
people.
as them say.
I've never understood that,
No.
We're all brothers and sisters. What kind of freaky shit y'all about?
In humanity. We're brothers and sisters
in humanity.
Although go fuck yourselves. Like, I don't know about we're all. Some of y'all motherfuckers not in the family.
Yeah, no, some of them just can't. Like, there's a good
some of you
long
just subhuman.
my mute list on Twitter went up enough this weekend.
Oh yeah?
Enough trash ass people. I was like, dog, that's a some man come with like a horrific take and feel like, yeah man, they really did the thing. I'll be like, alright, dog, block. I don't need the stupidity in my timeline that I'm curating. I don't need that energy, as they would say.
Bumbleclaw.
You nigga Night King.
Man say don't need energy and Night King shell out. Brother, I'm there. Upside down to your thing.
Why do you do that?
I might beg him can do it.
Is him with a shell down people, dog?
He's in the upside down.
No catcalling when nobody can talk. So yeah, I have a question. You're gonna have a daughter soon. Do any of these like topics or concerns or ideas pop up in your mind, or do you have way
I plan to raise a tomboy who can beat up boys who talk to her. I know I thread a thin line of maybe pushing her to one side of the spectrum, but let's be honest.
Okay. I looked down at my phone for 1 second and I was like, okay, back up to let's be honest. You don't want.
That's a lie, guys. You're born that way.
Yeah, I have to believe that,
Yeah,
like,
I can't say a man choose man over woman.
Yeah, I didn't choose to like a woman.
I never wake up one morning and say, yeah, man, a woman I just knew.
I liked that.
I just knew.
I believe them. I believe a person from say this is how I was born.
Yeah, fine.
So, no.
And woman nice. So I understand if women like women. Women are nice. Everybody should like women. I'm fine with that.
Everybody should like women, but so very few people do.
Man, they're so nice. They're the true creators. Men are destroyers.
Creation and destruction go hand in hand.
Yes, and we are the destroying hand. They are the creating one.
Not always.
No, they are. They are. We destroy, they create.
What you say? Them.
They birth.
Them birth. We seed.
We kill.
We gotta eat.
And whoever birthed it for eat. The creators.
And the cycle continues.
Proof that God is a woman. Boom. See that? Seal. Selah.
It'd be real funny if that came from anyone else but Bob.
Why? God's a woman, dog.
You're a theist now?
Only God
You're a theist now?
would have washed out the whole planet because them this.
He talking about the flood.
Only a woman.
Yo, tell them about that. Bob did say it in the group the other day and I was wailing laughing.
Like, I'm just, just alright. I'm just going to continue living this life that I said I shouldn't live.
And then now listen to what I'm saying.
Alright, fuck off. Burn up everything. Just flood everything. Say, yo, wait. You. I rate you. You did rate me.
You and
gather up everything. Go in this big boat, and you're going to be blessed. I swear to Bob. Alright, just go. I swear to me. I swear on me. that if you gather up all the animals, right, 2 of them, so them can breed up, right,
Together everything.
and just put them in this big fucking boat that you're going to build
And
on my orders.
And somehow the animals...
I'm not going to give you any money. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to give you any time. You just have to build this big fucking boat and then go gather 2 of every animal. Every mosquitoes, ants, beetles, spider, lion, post dog. 2 of every animal. Put them on the boat. Right? I don't know where you're going to get food to feed all these animals, and that boat going to smell like shit for like the worst shit.
I don't know how the animals going not go after each other.
Right? And then so I get them on there, and then rain going to start fall, right? But I'm not going to tell you when. But I swear, yo, bro, just hear me. The rain going to fall, zine? So just build a boat, put the animals, and go and hold it, zine? Like, and then he's just like, all right, cool. And then God just she's just up there like, yeah, man, them pussy, yeah? Get them candies. Yeah.
So God is a Jamaican woman.
Basically. It makes sense if you pray what God has done. That salt thing.
Salting?
Lot's wife.
How did they go?
Flee the city as we fuck it up, right? But if you look back, you're going dead.
Oh yeah, them wife go look back.
And she looked back and turned to salt. A pillar of salt. That was a myth that came out from around the Dead Sea, where there are pillars of salt due to the high salinity of the Dead Sea.
You did write that in a book and then convince nations that this is what your God did.
I tell you, the white man, you know. I tell you, I do not condone the oppressive practices, but they did it very well.
Well, to this day, yo, you have African Americans, black people, the diaspora, whatever. You have Negroes out there who believe everything the white man says was a lie, except Christianity.
I tell you, brother, there's something I read.
The white God is the true God.
There was something I read that said, when the Christian missionaries came to Africa, they had the book, the Bible, and the Africans had the land. When they left, they had the land, and the Africans had the book.
It's good business to me.
The man them
if you're on the winning side.
The man them just trade religion and say, yo, God says mine. Which God? Once I'm going to tell you about him. I don't believe in this. All right. Tush, tush. Rest on the belief? Yeah. All right. Okay.
Fam, you got to stop doing that whenever I drink a sip of water.
Religion, dog, is one of the most violently spread
methods of population
methods
control.
of peace. According to them.
Nobody ever found that sentence weird, like we're going to go to war for peace.
Yeah, bombing for peace is like fucking for virginity.
I do that.
Fuck for virginity's sake. That makes sense.
Make love, not war, guys. Condoms are cheaper than bullets.
Whoa, so much cheaper?
Both are cheaper than a kid.
And you only need one.
Only need one what?
Of each.
Bullet, kid, and condom?
Mm-hmm. No, if you have one of any, you don't have either the other. You don't need either the other too.
Fair. All right. Are there any other weird stories while we're on this topic or conversation? Like the salt pillar story, which is funny.
Okay. I mean the Bible stories? I love the Bible stories, Martin.
Fam, Job. How?
Yo, I love
the story of Job, and I love the meaning that's been taken from it.
God and Satan had a pissing contest, and Job suffered for it.
Brother, but that's not how it's said. It's look at the mercy and power of God.
No. Yes, I will allow this man to suffer the greatest losses he has ever felt in his entire life. Gone. And just as he's about to break, I will tell him, no, it's okay. You get to go to heaven.
All because the devil did look upon him one day and say, yo, Betty, someone could have thieved you there.
Is the devil was there. Y'all niggas, the killing joke. Alright. The devil was a joke. The devil was like, all everybody need is one bad day, and then we'll flip.
And said, no, this is my greatest servant, my most faithful follower.
Yeah, it's alright.
Can't do nothing to him.
Let me test this.
But you can't take his life. You can do everything else, but you can't take his life. Devil said, watch us earlier. Family, gone. Business, gone. Everything. Livestock, gone. Catch leprosy, eat.
There's a something there. I remember when I was looking at seeds to plant, there's a type of bean called Job's tears.
Why?
Because like the man just ball and the tears them solidified away. So much tears.
That's a real salt man, dog.
And then God is like, no,
We're
don't
good.
worry, you're fine. Like when the man
I
said
got
to
you.
Abraham, yo,
Go
done
kill
your firstborn and we're good. Man said, what?
Fam.
Man said, no, big man thing. Like Gabriel come down and say, yo, God said, done your firstborn. Man said, what? No. God said, no. Man said, no, man, done him. And I'm over there laughing in the corner. And man said, big man thing? And I say, man, God said for done him. I said, oh. Guess I for done him. Man, son in the corner like, Pops, or the blood. And say, Pops, what you mean?
Fam, who could convince you that, yo, I heard a voice that said, yo, you forgot kill your son, and it's God, so do it.
And then the man just go up there with him son,
And the
set
man
up the
just
altar, and him son sitting there like, yo,
Big
man thing, brother, like
This
this.
you gonna do me?
I'm pray how you do your thing.
Lift up the knife.
Lift up the
it.
knife and the angel said, Bill. I was fucking with you. Kill this goat instead.
How him son par with him after that? How you expect me to par with you after you do that?
I tell you, I love the Bible, one of the best storybooks you can ever read. It has everything you want in it. There war, espionage, murder, sex, whole magic, miracles.
Magic's underrated. We don't talk about that, you know.
Oh, magic?
The magic in the Bible.
You mean Jesus is magic?
No, man,
The
like
so-called miracles?
no, well that and then like the cool stuff, like when
God-
the man split the sea.
Yeah.
Moses split the Red Sea.
Moses split the Red Sea. They tried to scientifically explain that and said maybe if the winds were strong enough at a certain point and the water was shallow enough due to a dry spell, it could have.
Nah, dog. In my mind, Moses take up him stick,
Stick it in the water.
slap the ground,
Which is what
and the
happened
water
in-
just like water bend.
Which is what happened in the best movie ever, Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. There you go. The man was just like, oh, boom. You know, like, oh, Gandalf was like, you shall not pass.
Yeah, and slam
Vroom.
it down.
And then the like water bending, the waves just come up and part. And the man then walk through. And then as Pharaoh coming down behind them, the water just start close around him and drown the bitch.
Yeah.
See, look, fire story, dog. What you talking about?
Fire. Man say, yo, here what you gotta do. Alright, pre this. I gotta fuck up Pharaoh. Cause Pharaoh this. So here what? Kill some sheep and tell the dog them who rape me for put the blood upon them door. No, the young one them. And say, what? No man, kill the youngest lamb. Put the blood over your door.
If you rate me,
You'll be fine.
I send my killer them.
I send them.
I send John Wick.
I send the killy them.
I send John Wick. And everybody when I have
if
them
the
sign
blood
on
upon
the
your door, you're good. If
If
you
you-
don't have the blood,
John, I go get you.
that's it.
The man
What's
said,
that? Cool. And that was actually, if you think about it, it was actually the plagues were to get Pharaoh to bend the knee, and each one was increasing in its
Effects,
in its casualties in its magnitude, and the Pharaoh refused to bend him knee till him kill him son. The man, there was the frogs, the locusts, so they never have no food. Frogs apparently gave people warts. The Nile turned to blood, so the fish died.
No food.
Yeah, there's already famine because the locusts eat everything. I think the thing them starve.
And the Pharaoh was moving till you kill him youth.
Kill me. Mm-hmm.
Man kill him youth. Man's like,
Go, get out.
I ate this.
And then them leave and say, Pharaoh, them gone. So them really leave? Yeah, I'm gonna kill the pussy. The man just get double vex again and say, yo man, go back for
It's
that
like,
boy.
it's like when your girl cussing you and say, well, then leave. And you
Alright.
leave.
So you're leaving?
You just told me to
What? So that's what I must do.
ask your permission.
Where do I go?
You
I just float in space.
you just stop and go,
I just stop. Let's go. Malfunction.
So yeah, Pharaoh said the man them live. For real?
So them really gone?
I
Pussy
kill them.
them.
I kill
Dead
them.
that dead, no.
Come on, could kill them. My name said, roll out no.
The snake thing that
yeah,
Moses
that's
did
what I was about to ask. Didn't he
was,
like change his staff to a snake?
was they theorized that
Who's there?
scientists they've done scientific research to prove or disprove things in the Bible, you know.
I don't know.
Like
why.
they've scientifically proved that heaven is hotter than hell based on descriptions from the Bible.
I'm listening.
So hell is described as having lakes of molten pewter, I think. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
It's not fire and brimstone.
Brimstone. Lakes of molten brimstone.
Yeah.
While heaven is described as being lit with the magnitude of a certain amount of suns. So where is it? The light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun. The light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days. And that's in Isaiah.
Word.
So let me zoom out here. Yes, so if the boiling point of brimstone is about 445 degrees centigrade, such an eternal lake must be less than 446 degrees centigrade. Because if it was higher than that, the lakes would boil. So to have lakes of molten brimstone, it must be less than 445 degrees centigrade in hell. Otherwise, it would evaporate.
So you know the temperature of hell, essentially.
And the temperature of heaven would be, based on this guy's calculation here, is that...
The temperature of heaven?
Yes.
How did he get that?
It says, moreover, the light of the moon, as I described a while ago, sevenfold. So heaven receives from the moon as much radiation as we do from the sun. And in addition, 7 times 7, which is 49 times, that's sevenfold, as much as Earth does from the sun. This gives 50 times in all. This radiation falling on heaven heats it up to the point where the heat lost by re-radiation just equals the heat received by radiation. So from this law here, so the Stefan Boltzmann law, fourth power law, them do the thing there, so which is theta, which is re-radiation over t, which is time, raised to the power of 4, which is equal to 50. So I work that out. T is the absolute temperature of Earth, which is 300 Kelvin. And they obtain a temperature of 798 Kelvin when they work it out, which is about 525 degrees Celsius. So
no matter where you take it, you're burn up.
Heaven is hotter than hell by about, what that's a, so that 80 degrees.
Where is heaven?
Up. Where is up? Depends on where on the planet you are. Up doesn't exist outside of the planet. Dun, dun, dun.
Because direction is only relative.
Exactly. Direction is a vector. Sorry. Yeah. Even gravity. Gravity is a vector. Gravity is a directional force. Gravity acts in a direction with power. It acts with magnitude and direction.
Good point.
That's in space. Gravity. In space, without a point, there's no gravity.
Yeah, and did you know that like the man then because of the lack of gravity in space, your body actually starts like you don't need your bones as much anymore.
WALL-E.
You don't need your bones.
WALL-E was real life, you know.
I know.
The fat people with small bones in WALL-E was what would happen to us in space.
Yeah, you don't have gravity. You don't really need.
You don't
need
use your
bones
muscles as much because there's less resistance.
When you have people who do like the space station maintenance and stuff, and they come back,
the astronauts,
brother, the man them is down for like 3 months for physical therapy just to regain muscle mass and bone density.
Be able to walk in Earth's gravity.
The oppressive pull of Earth.
To the hollow center.
I was about to say. Until you get to the inside where
it
all floats.
Where there's another.
There's a world inside the world. You know, you ever think that we give too much like light to these conspiracy theories by making jokes of them?
No.
It's just fun to have
it's a free no. It's a free world. You can believe whatever you want to believe. As I just believe if you're going to believe something, do research on it. Don't just I might eat that. Don't take what I say for gospel. Do your Googles. And don't go to like conspiracy websites. Obviously, they're going to tell you conspiracy things.
Yo, speaking of conspiracy, ain't it amazing?
Fluoride in the water.
Not that. Ain't it amazing how
niggas dying from measles in 2019?
No, we were talking about that earlier.
Fucking idiots.
Hold on. Isn't it fucking amazing how for the first time, at least that I know, the official story given by the news of what happened to Epstein, not even the news believes it. Like, you know how normally you have stories and then you have conspiracy theories, oh, that's not what really happened? Even the man them who report the story, in the process of reporting the story, are going, Doc, come on, we know how to kill him. We know he got.
Well, yeah, but it's an open secret. Everybody knows Epstein got, but what you going to do?
I want to know.
There's nothing. Who?
I want to know.
The people in power.
Because I know Epstein was going to drop some bombs.
The people in power.
You know Epstein was going to drop some bombs on them with his pedophile island, dog.
Clinton was in on it. Clinton was in friend. Prince Andrew from England was a close friend of his as well. And both, Andrew had an article on BBC today saying how He didn't know anything of that life, that side of him. It's like, yeah, man, I'm sure you weren't a pedophile either.
Mm-hmm. How the tapes that he has, because
Little St. James, I think is the name of the island.
The tapes that he has, because it's a 24-hour surveilled place.
The man them take him off of suicide watch, and even though he was off of suicide watch, he was still supposed to be checked every half hour, every hour, I think, and they just didn't. Him just sit down there and say, yo,
I go hang myself.
The dog stop, come out the door, you know. This is what we play for.
And
strung that shit up.
Official story is that he hung himself from his bed frame.
I don't know, brother. Where else is there to hang yourself in a square box?
But
a rectangular box.
How you hang yourself without hanging?
It's funny. I thought the question, but I also thought the answer at the same time.
Shoot.
Just no stand up. Use your own body weight to choke you out.
Like put it on that
Just
door.
go limp.
Fair. Fair.
I don't know how we're giving the people ideas.
I don't know.
Don't hang yourself and don't practice autoerotic asphyxiation. That's a very, very poor marker for who you are as a person, personality-wise.
Knock yourself out.
BTK. Autoerotic asphyxiation. David Carradine died from autoerotic asphyxiation.
The man says BTK and then just doesn't explain BTK to the people. Unless they watch Mindhunter in sense.
No, but if you watched like Nat Geo back in the day, like a young nigga like me did, but BTK, Bind Torture Kill, was a serial killer that went dormant for like 18 years and then came back because he wasn't getting enough media coverage and they found him. Because he was like, hey, he literally sent a letter to the police or to a media to get to the police and said, yo, if I send you something on a floppy disk, can you trace it? And they replied to him in the media, no, we can't trace it. So he sent them something on a floppy disk, but he had something saved on it before and had deleted it, and they found a remnant of the deleted file. And through investigation, they found a connection to him.
That's how BTK got caught.
Yep, because he was a fucking narcissist. Another very poor marker for you personality-wise.
That's a serial killer trait, though.
Narcissism, man.
Yeah. Narcissism, cruelty to animals.
Anti-established, antisocial behavior.
Bro, Mindhunter season 2, I think came out last weekend. Done. I was sick and I couldn't really do nothing, so I just binged. Not a good show to binge.
I was gonna say it's not. I tried. It's not.
It's not a good show to binge because you can go, dog. Is this real?
Youth is a serial killer. Spoiler alert.
Is this real? Is that real? Is this guy real? So I don't know like Ed Kempo and the son of Sam and all of these people. I was like,
oh, you never knew about these guys?
No.
I really have dark Wikipedia habits. Then
you do.
I read about serial killers. I read about airline crashes. No, I do, because I'm amazed. Like, if you think about where airline safety is now versus where it was just, 30 years ago, I'm amazed people still thought flying was a good thing.
I don't know what it was to what it is.
Niggas in the 70s and 80s, planes was crashing every month, brother. All over the world, my youth. Easy, just...
Didn't you hear it's the safest form of travel?
It is, by number. It is. No, technically, really and truly. By the amount of people who use the mode of transportation versus the amount of fatalities, airlines are the safest mode of transport.
Word. Fair.
Bikes, I think, are the least.
Brother, it don't make. It don't make. Every time
a roof, it missed 2 tire, door, airbag, seatbelts, radio, AC. Maybe a sunroof.
Bro, the man just killed you with an entire list of why you think don't make. But you can't talk to a bike man because the bike man going them.
Here's the thing. Bike men, them live life for the bike. I realize. People who really fuck with bikes, live life around the bike. So, and it's not till them hit 40 with a broken wrist. That's the very last time them ever drop off of the bike. At 40 and then broke a small bone and go, you know what? I really should stop this shit.
Bro.
Either that or them fuck up. Because my father have a brethren who had a bike crash, and the man's ribs, his abdomen, had to be held in by titanium mesh to keep shit from falling out. One of his legs is titanium. Man went over something there, one of them flyways in Miami.
What the fuck? How fast was he going?
I don't know. Never asked that. But yeah.
I have a brethren who was in a bike crash and before going to the hospital, him go fix the bike. And then passed out while fixing the bike. Only if I can find out and say, yo, you ruptured the intestines, my nigga. You're bleeding internally.
Cute. Tell you, bike man is a different breed of man.
Yeah. Some man believe. Well, not car people too. Everyone's like.
It's a different thing. But I read about the plane crashes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I was wondering how we got here. Serial killers. Yeah, Mindhunter. There we go.
Like, alright, you remember a couple years ago that Lufthansa, the Aeroflot, whatever the name of that line was, that guy suicide by pilot?
No.
He crashed the plane into the hillside and he locked the door, locked himself in there when the co-pilot went to use the bathroom and flew the plane into a hillside because he was depressed.
So why is it suicide by pilot and not suicide for him but homicide?
I know, was it? The investigation was... the cause of accident was suicide by pilot. The pilot committed suicide. It was the cause of the accident. But him kill there was 140 people I think on the plane.
If you going to kill yourself, just kill yourself. Yeah. Don't kill other people.
I don't get it. So I thought that was the first instance of that ever happening. It wasn't. Wikipedia has a page with all the other instances
of suicide by pilot.
Yeah, that kill other people on commercial flights.
Wow.
And then I read about
do planes ever crash?
Mid-air?
Yeah.
It's rare, but it does happen.
Word.
There's one I saw the other day. It happened way back, but I was reading about it the other day that the plane hit a plane on the runway, cut through the plane and ruptured the tanks and just went huge fireball.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything got.
Most of the people on the plane got.
Yeah, everything got.
So I end up reading about shit like that. Then I read about there's this website I go to List First. They have a bunch of lists about different things. That's where I find a lot of my weird information.
Odd guy, you know.
I like information. I like knowledge, I should say.
Yeah. I spend my time by YouTube videos and podcasts.
Yeah, you consume media like that.
Yeah.
I consume music and
serial killer stuff.
Yeah, and serial killers, even them. I knew a lot about them.
Son of Sam. So creepy.
Narcissist.
He was so creepy.
Created the whole story just to get media attention.
Yeah, but him, neighbor's
44
dog
Magnum.
Possessed.
Man just drive out and just felt like killing. He literally drove around New York and was just like, alright, no, like duck, goose. And just throws people to kill randomly. Son of Sam, he just randomly.
Son of Sam. Okay.
He just drove around and randomly.
I didn't know how
I think he drove.
I thought it had something to do with his neighbor's dog being possessed by
demons. No, he said that the dog was possessed and told him to kill the people. But what he really did was drive around and kill people randomly. Wow. And they called him the 44 Magnum Killer, and he didn't like that name, so he created the persona of Son of Sam, and sent it into the newspaper. Narcissist. That's him. Ted Bundy. Lowered the young women.
Ted Bundy used to lower young women.
In him Beetle. I don't know. The man must
he would
have
wear a cast or something. He would wear a cast and pretend to drop books because he was a handsome man too. So she would then come over, help him, blah blah blah, and then
you murked.
You got.
How many people did Bundy get?
Let me tell you, Ed Kemper was by far the most terrifying one to me.
Kemper was the shoe guy, right? The high heels.
No, Kemper was killed a bunch of women, but he was called the co-ed killer. He used to kill a bunch of
college girls,
and then concluded it by killing his mother and turning himself in. But when him did call the first time, the police didn't believe him.
I finished the
when him called the first time, the police didn't believe him, so he just went to a payphone and did it again.
So proof that he hated his mother and he killed women in place of her until he built up the courage to kill her.
No, his mother was abusive and
right. So he hated his mother.
It wasn't building up courage to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
It was that's how he would just release his anger and get stuff out with the other co-eds. But then one night the bitch went and said something like that was just alright. That's the line.
Man just murks.
And the man went to bed that night saying he knew the following day we wake up and kill his mother.
Premeditated.
Bruh, man cut off her head and fucked her throat from the other side.
That's weird.
Brother, what
That's really
the
weird.
hell?
And he told the police about this.
Man told him, he to this day is still in prison and he doesn't want ever to have the opportunity of parole ever. Him don't go to any of him hearings. He's like, no, I'm not fit for society. And he has a real high IQ. He's real articulate. And man was just happy that he could help the policeman, them help the FBI try to figure out how to catch other people like him. But again, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
he's like all a 6'9".
What was he's 6'9". What was the name of the guy who ate the gay guys?
That was Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. That motherfucker was fucked the fuck up, dog. Like,
Ted Bundy has 30 victims that he confessed to, total unconfirmed.
shit. Let me see, other prolific serial killers.
You're talking about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, Dahmer eat them and would save pieces of them to go back and snack on, like,
and rape them.
And keep the body parts to go fuck the body parts in the freezer.
Yep. 17 total victims.
That's so weird. Like, what the how crossed are the wires in your brain?
How do you realize that's what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Like when?
No, you started with animals and it felt nice.
So then you figured,
all right, you remember?
Alright, so, but hold on, pause. Remember, he would go to bars, come home with men, or else with black men, fuck them, kill them, and then like he would try to make them into live zombies. He would say, so he would like inject them with hot acid and them thing there, and then he would just like eat them. He got caught because of the smell. Yeah. The neighbors were like, I don't know what him cooking over there, but it enough of smell. So
the serial killer with the most victims is is he Colombian? Yeah, he's Colombian. He admitted to the rape, torture, and murder of 138 children and teenagers. But they said it could be over 300.
And they what? They lock him up? They put him down? What?
Let's see what happened to him. Luis Garavito.
White man.
Hispanic. Luis Alfredo Garavito.
You know white Hispanics?
Yeah, no, he Hispanic.
Oh no, he brown. Wow. Jano.
Yeah, also known as the Beast.
Fam, how you just...
The monster. What let me see?
I don't
Guinness
think I
Book
want
of
to know.
World Records lists another Colombian, Pedro Alonso Lopez, known as the Monster of the Andes, as the largest scale serial killer of modern times. However, in terms of confirmed victims, Garavito tops the list. They ruled that his jail sentences would total 1,853 years and 9 days.
Just in case. 9 days.
Just in case you
never learn your lesson. You never learn your lesson.
9 days.
You get 9 days. Fam. So
he is 62. This happened in the 90s. He's currently 62 years old.
How?
He was apprehended on April 22nd, 1999.
So dog, how them don't kill that in jail?
What the fuck? His mother was a prostitute.
How them don't kill that in jail?
His mother was brutally abused by his father, who was a heavy alcoholic, who would also abuse the kids. Okay, well, come from shit, you turn out to be shit, but you're quite the shit, sir.
Bro, I understand the concept. Hurt people, but 200 people, dog?
Oh, it's possible over 300. It's confirmed 138.
Rape, torture, and murder.
Yeah, kids and teenagers.
Murder. Children.
Yeah. And then there's Pedro Lopez, who has 110 confirmed. Same thing. Targeted young girls between the ages of 8 and 12. That money for just...
Why are we locking them up? The family...
The third guy...
I said the family should get to the something.
The third guy is Pakistani. 100 confirmed. Kids as well. Bruh. Strangle them and dissolve the bodies in acid. What the fuck is wrong with people? Bro, fourth guy has my name, unfortunately. Mikhail Popkov. He's Russian.
What'd you do?
He was active from 92 to 2010. 78 confirmed. Serial rapist killer nicknamed the Werewolf, who was active for 2 decades.
Why the werewolf?
After being convicted of 22 murders in 2015, he confessed to an additional 59, of which he was convicted of 56 in 2018. Me posted, the man say, yo, they don't catch me, I'm a great fucking ass. Here what? I do this, and fit them 50 others. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
What must the parents of
Dozens
these
of
people feel
women. All women he targeted.
What must the parents of some
why
of these
man
people
can't?
feel
Why them just can't kill other man? Why them always target women and children? What is wrong with these people?
Power.
Alright, this dog is Colombian again. Why are there so many Colombians at the top of this list? Something must be happening down there, right?
All the donkey fucking.
This guy has 72 confirmed. Child and woman.
They're always child and woman, except for like
possibly over 150 victims. The next guy is Brazilian. He has 71 confirmed.
So you just sit down and go through lists like this all day?
I've never been through this list, but what I gotta read about all these motherfuckers. The next nigga is Indian. He used a hammer to kill 70 men and women.
A hammer.
Over a year. 1 year. The man says his last words were, I have murdered in vain. Nobody should become like me. Yeah, they shouldn't. India, China next. Finally an American on the list.
Hammer, Bob. I'm still stuck on a hammer.
Like bounty killer.
Like knife or gunshot or BTK.
They don't have a page on this guy.
A hammer.
They don't have a page on him.
Who, the American?
No, the Indian guy with the hammer. Bammer.
A man bounty could have pour.
Oh, this American guy was active from 70 to 82 and then 89 to 05.
He took a break?
Yeah.
He took a siesta and moved on?
He claims to have killed as many as 93, and investigators have linked him to over 60, which makes him the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history. Unfortunately, a black man.
What? Oh, shit.
You have been disproven in your theory.
I have been disproven in my theory. I thought that, like, black men don't do that shit. Looks like how we don't cheat.
Everyone does it, apparently. Soviet Union next.
Yeah, I just triggered
Union
somebody
next.
with that sentence. Black men don't cheat.
A Brazilian, a Canadian, 49. The fuck?
Jano.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot.
Kinda, my G. Indonesia, Brazil. There's
Bro,
a lot of Brazil.
What the hell?
Hungary. Ted Bundy, 35. Maybe more than 36.
You know what's funny?
John Wayne Gacy.
The clone guy. That's the clone guy, right?
Yes.
And you want me fuck with clones? Go on about your business.
33 teenage boys and young men.
He targeted teenage. Well, he was gay.
Teenage boys and young men. I guess so. I guess so.
John Wayne
Mexico,
Gacy.
Egypt, Russia.
That's a name that sticks in your mind.
And that's the top ones. And then there's our next section. Serial killers with 15 to 30 victims.
Wow, they've bracketed them.
They've bracketed the destruction of man. Ain't that some shit? South Africa.
I have a question. Since we're on a dark topic, I was thinking about it earlier. What makes something a war crime? If you're in war.
If the whites say it's a war crime.
If you're in war.
To be fair, war has rules.
Yeah, win.
No. War has rules. After World War One, the League of Nations was founded, and they set up.
Sounds like a superhero organization.
Geneva Convention, which set the rules for war, the rules of conflict. So you have rules of engagement, and rules of engagement have existed throughout history.
Who going to check me for rule of engagement when I'm on the front lines?
No, yeah, that's you. That's how you are trained, and that's what you do as an army man. You do as you are trained. That's it.
Oh, okay. Fair.
And you have rules of engagement. So, like pirates had the rule that they could parlay. So instead of the two of you fighting, you could parlay and have a conversation and try to work it out.
Instead of shelling everybody out.
Right. That's a thing. If another pirate requested a parlay, it was pirate culture you had to accept it.
I saw this
in
I saw
Europe.
this, and this topic came up because there was a knife. I don't remember the name of the knife, but it's illegal to use in war.
Yeah, the tri-bladed knife.
Yeah, it's illegal
because it doesn't leave a stitchable wound.
Yeah, you can't suture. You could stab him on the table with the doctor them around him, and they wouldn't be able to save him. Yeah, because you can't stop the bleeding. Can't too much shit. So then I was like, wait, that's illegal in war. How is something illegal in war if I'm trying to kill you? And I've been wondering.
Chemical weapons are illegal in war. Nuclear weapons are technically illegal.
I was about to say nukes aren't illegal.
There's a nuclear weapons treaty that nuclear non-proliferation that America and Russia does no longer abide by. Russia never abided. I think America no longer abides by it.
What was it like? We're not gonna make more nukes.
Yeah, like we have enough. After the Cold War, they're like, right, non-proliferation. They made every other country in the world that had them get rid of them and then kept theirs. But they're like, all right, we're just not going to make any more. But they slowly did anyway.
That sounds about right.
But there's also, people don't agree that India and Pakistan are nuclear countries. And China as well. Any country that has a nuclear power plant can have a nuclear weapon. That's why they're trying to keep Iran from having nuclear power.
What are they afraid Iran going to do exactly? Just
murk the Jews. I remember what I told you about people in power.
Stop it.
Okay.
Your Bob made a real good point the other day. Oh my god.
If you really want to know who's in power,
look about who you can't talk about.
Look at who you can't say shit about. Right? In Thailand, you have laissez majeste laws. You can't say anything bad about the royalty or you'll go to jail. Where else can you not say things about people?
He's talking about anti-Semitic arguments, guys.
Yeah, there's no anti-black argument. No anti-white argument.
I mean, is it?
No,
is
as
there?
in it's not. It doesn't have the same pull, the same media coverage. It doesn't mean the same thing because it's not viewed the same way.
Yeah, it's not even just called racist. It's anti-Semitic.
Exactly.
And your race is your religion.
Ethnicity. Yeah, ethnicity is your religion. Yeah.
That's.
I don't know. I can't explain it. How can you be ethnically Jewish? I don't get it. Especially,
but you know exactly
especially
what I mean.
Considering that the land that Israel claims as theirs was not inhabited by them for a big part of history until they were put back there by the British.
You know exactly what someone means when they say, "Yeah, he looked kind of Jewish," and you're like, "Oh, okay, I know what you mean."
And that's the Ashkenazi Jews, which are the European Jews.
Mm-hmm. Curly hair.
The big nose, the hook nose, like Shylock.
Take a deep breath and the whole room suffocate kind of vibe. Yeah. Well, you know.
But if you think about it, black people went through slavery. Black people get shit every day. White people, I don't know if you can consider them getting shit considering the system is built for their benefit. The Jews, though, you can't say anything about the Mexicans. You can't say anything about the blacks. You can't say anything about any colored race. You cannot say anything about the Jews, ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's, as you said, it's not even racism. It's anti-Semitism. Why is it that separate thing? Like, what caused that dichotomy?
I could answer that, but we need our pod to keep circulating.
Exactly. So, I'm just saying, look at things. The things that you cannot criticize, whoever you cannot criticize, they're usually the one really pulling the strings.
Very solid point,
and if you
guys.
America's relations in the Middle East,
follow the money. Follow the money. That's all I'm gonna say. Follow the money, and you'll find the
There's a strong South Park episode on this.
Yeah, I miss South Park, dog. I've been meaning to actually properly catch up. But anyway, thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the podcast.
You can't just mayonnaise, you don't have to ketchup.
Thank you guys for listening. Again, reminder, we're available on all podcasting platforms except Stitcher and Google Play. So, Apple, Spotify, find us and a random podcatcher. We're there.
Big things coming.
Yeah.
So, on the soon, so going.
I hope you guys, I know you guys gonna like it. Thank you for watching the video. If you guys watch,
you should fucking be doing by now, yeah.
Watch, listen, subscribe, share with your friends, please, guys. Thank you, Boom Draw Physics, for the intro and outro song. Prismatic Verse for
all the media
visual stuff, right? Thank you, guys. We're dropping bombs on your moms.
Well, car alarms.
Bye, guys.